Hey family, it's me again, raw and uncut. Please excuse the pin curls, but I'm not going out today, and if you know anything about black women's hair, you have to protect the curls at all costs. And let's just be real, nobody walks around the house all done up, at least I don't. So no makeup, eyebrows need to be arched. Hopefully the next post I'll be a little bit more presentable. But anywho, look, I just thought I would share with you a recipe that I stumbled upon. And I don't know how many of you ever experience you buy things with the intent to cook it, but you never get around to it, or sometimes the food goes to waste. And so in the last couple of weeks or so, I've been doing meal planning on a higher level. And as one friend of a friend described it to me, like real meal planning is not just what you're going to cook, but what meals, what recipes you're going to prepare, what ingredients are needed, what do you already have in your cabinet, and you do all of that before you go to the grocery store. So anyway, let's get to it. This one, I don't know why I've never thought about making French fries. That's crazy. As much as I bought potatoes, I've never thought about making French fries from scratch. So I looked up on Food Network TV French fries, and I came across Emerald Lagasse's recipe, which is called Perfect French Fries. So look it up, foodnetworktv.com. And that particular day, they changed their website. They had a video where Bobby Flay is talking about French fries in this great restaurant in New York. And so the recipes are similar. I think it's called Balthazar in New York. Anyway, I had no idea the process was so detailed. So what you want to do is you want to start with some russet potatoes, and you want to peel them and then, you know, slice them. And I think Emma recommends like a quarter slice. I just did it based upon the slices that I thought we would like, the thickness. So anyway, I did that, and I put that in. You have to rinse it off until the water turns clear, and then you have to soak them in cold water. You cover them with about an inch of water. Cover them with about an inch of water from the top, and then put ice water on it. And you can refrigerate it for up to, I think he says 40 minutes or 2 days. And so I did that. We're on day 2. And here are, can you see, here are my French fries, and now I've got to drain them. So stay tuned to part 2, because with French fries, you don't just want to eat them. You got to have like the right meal with it. So the other day we cooked some mini turkey sliders, and so I'm trying to get everything together so we can have that right meal. Sometimes you just got this taste in your mouth and you want to pair everything together. So what I'm hoping to do is cook these French fries, and then I've got some coleslaw in the refrigerator marinating, and then make the turkey sliders. I will let you know how it comes out. But anyway, stick around for part 2. Okay, so in the next part of the recipe, you're going to, after you drain all of the ice water off the potatoes, you're going to lay them flat, and you got to pat them dry. Now, in Emerald's recipe, he says lay them on a dish towel, a clean dish towel, and that's just like more laundry to me, and then you can't use the dish towel. So I just use paper towels, but I think I do see why he's saying that, because you don't want them to be wet. So you got to get all that moisture off before you cook them, because you're going to end up cooking them twice. All right, we'll be right back with part 2. Well, part 3. Hey family, well, I finished the French fries. Unfortunately, I took a nap, and that sort of threw me off. So I forgot to capture some video of us cooking the fries. Actually, my husband did them. And yes, I put on some makeup and took the pin curls out. So after the fries dry, you want to drop them in some really hot oil. The recipe says about 350 degrees. As I said, sometimes you have to wing it. I don't have a thermometer or a deep fryer, but I do have a cast iron skillet, and as I mentioned before, I use canola oil, and you're supposed to fry them twice. So for really good fries, you want to fry them the first time until they get soft and limp and they turn kind of like a golden color, and then you let them rest for at least 10 minutes and no longer than 2 hours, and then you fry them again. So what they do, the secret to what they do in the restaurants is they drop the fries right after you order. They sort of bake them fresh. So after they fry them the first time, and when you order, they drop them for like a few minutes until they turn nice and crispy, and that's when they come out to us. So that's what we did, and the fries actually turned out pretty good. And actually, I finished my whole meal, and I had 3 things. So I had tuna cakes. Couldn't get them any turkey sliders done because the ground turkey wasn't thawed out, but I had a backup. Always have a backup. So we fried the tuna cakes. We have our creamy coleslaw, and even got dessert. Can you believe it? Cranberry peach crisp. And here's where you can find all the recipes. The French fries, as I mentioned, are from foodnetwork.com. Emerald Lagasse, Perfect French Fries. The coleslaw is from Patti LaBelle's La Belle Cuisine, her first cookbook. And I believe the title of the recipe is Naomi's Coleslaw. The tuna cakes, you can find that on craftfoods.com. And the cranberry peach crisp is from Taste of Home, the Busy Family Cookbook. And I love that cookbook. My husband bought it for me from a book fair, I think, a while back, a couple years ago. And the book is divided into several areas. So they have, like poultry, fish, but they also have 5-minute recipes, 10-minute recipes, and it breaks it down how much time the prep is and how much time the actual cooking is. So remember, take a little time to plan so you have a little bit of free time to yourself. Until next time, à la cuisine.